So we're going to talk about Nier Automata. I did some Nier Automata art, standards thing. I'm just going to tell you my thoughts about the game. It's a damn good game. It's not the best game. It definitely feels like a game made 7 years ago, but it's actually a really good game. So what do we start off with? We start off with why did I play this game? I played this game because everyone knows 2B, and everyone knows that 2B looks hard as fuck. There's no point going into it. The design is in such a way that there's no other game which has any similar design to 2B. So like, you just see 2B everywhere. And then Stellar Blade had like a collaboration with Nier Automata, and you could dress her up as 2B. And I was like, you know, if I'm gonna play the B tier Stellar Blade, not saying the game is bad, but you know, just like copying Nier's costume, might as well just play Nier. So I just bought it on Steam. It was like £10. It was Black Friday. Put it up, and goddamn, nobody told me that there were machines. Everyone said, oh, Nier's ass, great, gameplay good, and then the story is gonna make you cry. Nobody fucking said that Nier Automata has machines in them. I don't think you understand. I absolutely fucking love mechas. You got like Gundam, you got Gurren Lagann, you got Pacific Rim. I absolutely fucking love it. And in the first scene when you boot up this game, you're on a machine. And to me, that's just like, come on, this is such a selling point. Why do not people talk about this? So I just finished ending A, which is like there's 5 endings. Ending A is the first one, and then there's more after that. And I literally just finished it in the sense where I overwrote my save file. So if I restart the game, I'm in ending B, which means I can't actually collect footage for this video. And it's such a waste because honestly, Nier Automata, if you stick on the texture packs for it, it looks genuinely really good. Like, I think there are options to do ray tracing, but just with the updated texture packs made by amazing members of the community, the game really goes from something made for the PS3, PS4 to something that firstly, can I say, it runs really well on my PC. Obviously, if you play like modern games, yeah, when I boot up Baldur's Gate 3, I don't play it because my PC is so loud, I do not want to touch it. But with Nier, everything just runs butterly smooth. And yes, granted, the graphics are not amazing, but thanks to, you know, modders making the game actually look pretty good, it's very enjoyable. It genuinely is enjoyable. And something they did really well with the game is they really emphasized on atmosphere. So if you see the backgrounds, everything has a color to it. So it's not more realistic in a sense. When you're in the forest, there's a green lighting, you have a lot of green trees, and even the ground looks really green. When you're in the desert, everything is sandy and everything has a yellow glow to everything. So they really make it so that it is atmospheric. Where you don't have amazing visuals like God of War, you have atmosphere, and that's honestly good enough. On the other side, people always say how the Nier soundtrack is really good, it's amazing. People go for concerts for Nier and all that stuff. No. I have like really good headphones. I recently bought them for Black Friday. They're not even really good. They're sort of like intro into slightly middle level headphones, but you can really hear all that sound coming out of it. Nier has this thing where there are very specific, I don't want to call them themes, but like there's this melody that's always in the back, which kind of supports on top of everything. And this melody tends to be little children. I don't know why. There's one area where there's just a child singing, a really high-pitched child singing on repeat for the entire time I'm there for 2 hours. You've got other places, especially the fucking amusement park, because I'm in there a lot. There's a whole story there where I died a lot, so I had to keep on hearing the music, and it's just the same ding 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 ding, and it doesn't work. There are some parts where the game is fucking hype, and you've got the orchestra going on, you've got the violins going on, you're just in the zone. But then the atmospheric stuff, when you're in Pascal's village, when you're in an amusement park, it really doesn't work. It really made me want to take off my earphones and stop playing. But that's just a small part of it. The game overall is really good. When you're talking about the fighting in the game, it's not the best. And I don't want to keep complaining. I don't play many games. I started playing from like Pokemon, and then this is probably my first true PC games. I played some PS4 games, but that's mostly COD and FIFA. The hack and slash is okay. Like, it's fun. I really enjoyed learning the mechanics and getting used to it. It's really not optimized for the keyboard and mouse, so you can really feel, the camera controls is just not there. The hack and slash is good. It gets really repetitive. That's more maybe the keyboard and mouse setup, but there's 2 attacks, attack and heavy attack, and you can dodge, and I'm just dodging all the time. Like, the timings are weird, so I'm just keep on spamming the dodge button. And obviously you could probably time it really well with the attacks. There are triggers to show off the attacks. But for me it felt quite clunky. It really felt like a PS4 game. There's a lot of things about this game which really just feel like a PS4 game. There's a lot of fetch quests. It's not like a standard JRPG where you're grinding for like 50 hours on end. You can just turn it into easy mode and the game gets really trivial and you can just enjoy the game. The bullet hell is bad. I don't really like bullet hells. I think the designer knows that this is not really a bullet hell game. It's somewhere in between, but the controls really felt quite clunky, especially with keyboard and mouse. Okay, let's talk about mods. The game needs mods. I do believe you should play the game if you haven't played it. The game needs to be modded. Like, at this point, with the way that the world has improved, without the texture packs, the game doesn't look very good. And honestly, mods make the game look a lot better. In the footage that you're seeing, I put a long hair mod on 2B, just because I think she looks better. But there's the community that has sprouted up around Nier Automata. It's really amazing when it comes to mods. You've got people doing 2D art of like some character designs they want for Nier. And then you've got people taking those 2D arts and modding it and then putting it into the game. And they really fit the aesthetic and they look absolutely amazing. The level of creativity is just so good. And I really wish I could show you, but I overwrote my save file. I'm not playing the game to get that back. Nier's ass looks really good. You can hold B on the keyboard and maybe something else on the controller. And her dress will explode and then you can just stare at her ass. On one hand, I don't want to be horny. So I actually downloaded a long skirt mod so that when she's running, I don't actually see her butt. It's great. I don't know how to explain it. I think it's the same reason I'm putting on the long hair mod. I don't really want to be horny when I'm playing a game. But on the other hand, I also spent 2 hours looking for the dress module, which is this item you can get, which takes forever and impossible to get, where you can just automatically turn off the skirt, which is great because I don't really like blowing myself up whenever I want the skirt. In this, I only have footage of the guy, because you can't blow up the skirt during the first tutorial, but you can do it in ending B, so I could take off the guy's clothes, and then I went and died and unlocked the new ending. So that's fun. There's 26 endings in Nier. I've collected the one where you eat fish and die. I've collected the one where you die in the tutorial, and I collected the one where you die in the beginning of ending B. This game is fun. I've done a lot of research, not a lot, but some research into this guy called Yoko Taro. He's the designer of the game. He worked on Dragon Guard, and then Nier Replicant, and then Nier Automata. And I'm really trying to find a connection between Dragon Guard all the way to Nier Automata, because apparently it's supposed to be one canonical timeline. And honestly, nothing links up. Nier Replicant is like magic and shit, and then Nier Automata is about robots and shit, and Dragon Guard is about like actual dragons in a fantasy land. It's absolutely wild. Get into it, learn it, and you will you'll be very interested and very confused. It's a very deep iceberg. The reason that Nier looks like that, apparently, is because he likes girls, and I like girls. I get it. Okay, I've only finished ending A. So apparently I'm supposed to cry. I'm supposed to absolutely love the game and fall in love with 9S and cry or some shit. But I finished ending A. I don't know. I didn't feel anything. I actually felt really rushed. You lose your buddy 9S and then things happen and then he comes back. I don't know. Like generally I don't know. A lot happened where it's not explained and then it goes from 0 to 100 over the course of 2 chapters. And I don't know. I generally don't know what happened. And then apparently there's this character called A2 who's like a really big part of the plot. And apparently she's only specific to Nier Automata. So I mean she has a backstory that's not explained, but is explained in like books, and I spoiled myself for that. Maybe, I don't know, I haven't played ending C yet. And in ending A, she appears for one fight with no explanation, disappears, and nothing else is explained. A lot of ending A is like that. And on one hand I really like it where it's only like 10 hours for each ending, so I can reach a checkpoint and be quite satisfied with that before moving on to the next checkpoint. So I finished ending A, I give myself a break, go back into ending B. But also, nothing's explained in ending A because you have 3 endings. The drawing I did is supposed to be where I would like really emphasize the shoulder blades because she has really short hair, and when you're playing the game with the actual dress on, you don't really see the butt too much. So really the appealing part is the shoulder blades, which look very appealing. Then I showed it to my friends and I'm like, why is the butt so big? Let me explain to you why the butt is so big in this drawing. The butt is really big because that's how it needed to be, if that makes sense. So imagine this, you have a black skirt and a black upper dress. Apparently 2B is supposed to look like a French maid. I don't really see it. And then you have this pocket where the shoulder blades are. That pocket in isolation is not enough. The art needs more contrast and it needs more stuff to look at. If you have the entire bottom half of the frame just be nothing, just be like a black overalls, it doesn't look very good. So I really needed to add some more detail at the bottom. And for some reason the butt came out absolutely amazing. I don't normally draw butts, so I'm not the best at this. But when I was doing it with actual pen and paper, this butt just came out really good. Yeah. Also, if you like my art, I'm not selling a print, but you can just DM me and I'll give you a print. I think this one came out looking really good. I haven't done much 2D art in a long while, and this one came out good. Genuinely very happy with how it turned out. So thanks for watching. See y'all next time on the next episode of I Need a Break from Uni. I have a headache from filming this.